The owners threw a party for the design team that renovated this week's dream house in Weston, Massachusetts. The home is a perfect fit for them and their busy family.
And now, Home of the Week, brought to you by Weston Interiors.
I had forgotten that the living room was also painted that color.
Yes. This happy reunion of owner, architect, builder, and designer is proof of a very successful home renovation project. They collaborated on this spectacular home in Weston, Massachusetts. Owner Kelly Renner remembers what it looked like when they first bought it.
We didn't really like the bones of the house, the structure. The space was there, but it was just chopped up.
Architect David Foley says the house was suffering from a major identity crisis.
The latest incarnation was sort of as a Williamsburg type thing, but the scale of the house was sort of inappropriate to Williamsburg because you could have fit most of Williamsburg in the house. The
house had space but lacked personality. David completely redid the house both inside and out, adding only a small addition to the back. Robert Murray of FBN Construction explains how Kelly's family of 5 stayed in the house during the 2-year renovation.
We actually took the house in half and gave them half the house, sectioned it off, and did it one side at a time.
The house gives a much better first impression now, thanks to the new exterior details.
We added pilasters and moldings and shutters and changed the scale of things just to give it a little more character and make it feel more solid.
Landscape architect Greg Lombardi created the grounds almost from scratch. The previous owners had an elaborate plant collection that took up a lot of backyard space.
It felt very crowded and close and a little claustrophobic.
The tangle of plants made way for a lush lawn the whole family can enjoy. Since the house is so long, he put in a milestone water feature as a central focal point.
And both of the clients had grown up on farms in the Midwest, so the idea of something that made a subtle reference to that was interesting.
The fire pit is another inviting destination.
So that everyone isn't just on the terraces closer to the house, it created another usable space more into the woods, so it was a little bit of a sense of adventure.
The interiors required someone who knew the family well. Designer Suzanne Haugland of Minnesota-based Decory Designs worked with Kelly on their last 2 homes.
They're casual, they like to entertain. They spend a lot of time with their kids and their kids' friends. They like to have their kids around them. So the house had to be comfortable.
There are no velvet rope rooms. The family uses everything, including this elegant living room. Suzanne loves the red and gold color palette.
The starting point was actually the fabric on a chair. Kelly was in Minneapolis and saw the fabric in my studio and loved it.
It worked great with the red rug they had from a previous home. The dining room has a different color palette, enhanced by the mural on the walls. An artist painted the mural on 4-foot-wide canvases in Minnesota, then brought them to Weston. She added one whimsical touch after installation.
We looked at the house out front. She went out and kind of took a shot of it, came back in and painted it on the wall before she left.
Suzanne also likes the dining room chandeliers she found. They work well with the low ceiling. The sunroom is another major gathering spot.
The screens come out in October and glass is put in, but it's ended up being a 4-season room because of the radiant heat in the floor.
Kelly loves the room's close relationship with the garden beyond it. Cooking is a favorite family activity. Kelly credits the design firm Kitchen Living for creating a kitchen that is beautifully organized in a subtle way.
Everything is very unapparent as you walk into the kitchen, but it's very functional once you start using the kitchen.
The breakfast area features a coffee maker and storage for milk and cereal. The island has a sink to make cooking easier. The owners adore the mosaic above the stovetop.
We both grew up on farms in Iowa, and when we redo homes, we like to give a wink and a nod to those roots.
The family room was reduced in size because of the kitchen. The architectural details David added to the room make it feel more intimate.
Nothing that is here was originally here. So all of the moldings, the crown molding, the panel molding, the fireplace, the bookshelves, everything is new.
David dropped the floor to further define the space and add breathing room taken away by the ceiling moldings. The warm colors of the furniture make the room even more inviting to the family.
We're at the game table, we play cards and board games, and as well as just relax and watch TV as a family.
The impressive billiard room has even more woodwork. It eased the problem of having 7-foot 6-inch ceilings throughout the first floor.
The billiard room, by breaking open the ceiling and making it 2 stories, gave relief to it.
The panels are mahogany. Robert says they help hide the steel columns that support the 2-story structure.
We would have to put in a main carrying beam across here and then carry 2 other beams into it to lose this center ceiling. So, and then especially creating an open 2-story wall as well.
There's more fun and games in this room over the garage. It's a big hit with the teenagers.
Our son and his friends have wired it so that I think 16 of them can play video games at one time.
Kelly says the above-ground location allows her to keep track of who's using it. Outside the game room is an outdoor sports court.
It really created an area that was confined and high use intensity for their very active children. Basketball, rollerblading, everything happens on the sport court.
If Kelly's husband Dale needs peace and quiet, he's got a work study at the other end of the house. David noticed Dale likes to pace and planned the room accordingly.
So we made space for him to sort of move around the office, and then the French doors for him to move outside, and the space outside where he could sort of walk up and down while he's on the phone.
The fireplace came from an architectural salvage yard. The master suite is another calm retreat with a great use of color.
They're bright, but it's still a soothing space because the walls and the carpet are neutral.
The fireplace is new. The art above it cleverly conceals the television.
It's a nice, casually formal-looking bedroom. And to then have a big black screen sitting up there is not my first choice, and I know it's not Kelly's.
Kelly says everyone's efforts have given her family their New England dream house.
We use every part of the home, so it's really worked out well. And from something that didn't flow well at all, it I think flows fabulously.
Having too much space is a good problem to have. Let's take a look at our top 10 design elements. Number 10, the television cleverly hidden by a painting. Number 9, the sunroom with its radiant heat floor. Number 8, the fun outdoor sports court. Number 7, the fire pit. It's a great place to roast marshmallows. Number 6, the water feature made out of old millstone. Number 5, the foyer with its dramatic chandelier. Number 4, the farm mosaic that reminds the owners of their childhoods. Number 3, the dining room mural. It includes a picture of the house. Number 2, the architectural detail added to the interior. And number 1, the 2-story billiard room bathed in rich mahogany. The phone number for Foley Fiore Architecture, 617-547-8002. The website is foleyfiore.com. To call Gregory Lombardi Design, Inc., dial 617-492-2808 or visit their website, lombardidesign.com. And FBN Construction's phone number is 617-333-6800. The website, fbnconstruction.com.